Hello everyone, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. My name is Revner and I like to play games, and today I'm going to be talking about my new favorite duo in the game, Childe and Qingqiu. This is such a good comp. I really slept on this comp, I really slept on Qingqiu. I've kind of just been having Childe go wild on his own, but I didn't really think about having a unit to properly support him until now, and Qingqiu does that really well. Now before we get too far into the video, I do want to disclaim that both of these characters are C6, so it does have an effect on their overall DPS and performance, but I do want to say that with Qingqiu at least, you only really need C2 in order to get a similar effect, which I actually think is very doable when characters are on rate up. 4 stars are easier to get constellation than 5 stars by a long shot, so if you need a good hydro support, go for Qingqiu. Alright, and now that that's out of the way, I just wanted to quickly say thank you guys so much for all the love and support on my last video. I was not expecting to get nearly as many likes, comments, and actually new subscribers from it, so I really appreciate it, and I'm really glad that you liked it. If you want to keep supporting me, or if you're new to the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot, and it seems like it's starting to push me into the YouTube algorithm so that my channel can grow, so I greatly appreciate it. Alright, enough of that, let's jump right into the video. So I want to show you guys something. So I decided to take on the Pyro Regisvine just with Childe, just to see how much damage I was outputting, just to see if I could do it within 1 DPS window, and to my own surprise, I actually did manage to do it just within 1 window, just using Childe, and it was pretty great. I was like, oh, okay, well maybe I don't actually need a support. I don't really need something because I'm able to take down enemies just with Childe, because Childe's that good of a DPS. But then I added Qingqiu, and when I say that I was a little bit shocked by the results, I mean I was shocked by the results. My Qingqiu is not properly built. He is not fully built. He is level 60 at world level 7, and he still puts out really big numbers for a level 60 character, and it's already over. Like, look at that. It's done. It was way faster than the first run. And if you don't believe me, I decided to quickly put them side by side just so that you can see the actual difference in damage output you get just by adding Qingqiu to your team with Childe. And there are a couple reasons for this, and I'll try to go over them later on in the video, so stick around for that. But I just want you to pay attention to this. Like, look, it's already halfway through the health, and it's over. The other team is still, Childe just by himself is still trying to get that thing down, and there you go. It's a huge difference in DPS, like a massive one. So you're still probably hesitant, you're probably still like, okay, well, it looks great and all, like that damage is great and all, but is it really that good? Like, that's just a single enemy. Well, it works even better on hordes of enemies, so I wanted to show you guys real quick in Spiral Abyss. So I popped my E, popped my Q, and then just went ham. As you can see, the damage numbers are actually crazy. There's more blue on the screen than anything else. And my Childe has never done more damage, period, than right now. Like, I think that this might even be better than, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I know a lot of people argue on this, but I think that this is a better support unit for Childe than Bennett. I know a lot of people love Bennett, and I think he is great, but I think for Childe specifically, Qingqiu is a better support because he offers more hydro support. And Bennett may be able to get a lot more damage immediately in those like few moments that his skill's up, but I think over the course of a long battle, Qingqiu is going to be offering a lot more DPS long term. Now, that being said, I'm not saying that you should not have Bennett on your team with Childe. In fact, I think that if you can manage to get both Qingqiu and Bennett on the same team to support your Childe, you're going to increase your DPS like crazy. It's going to absolutely shoot through the roof. So I think that if Bennett comes along too, you might want to focus on them, but this video is just about Qingqiu, so we're just going to focus on him for now. Another reason why I really like Qingqiu is because he actually offers you a lot of mobility. You're able to move around the field freely and not worry about being within a set skill limit. His burst follows Childe wherever he goes, so you're able to inflict damage from any point on the field. Not only that, but when you ascend him to his second phase, he actually gains a healing attribute. So when he uses his skill and you see his ranged swords form around him, those will not only reduce the damage that you take, but they'll also add a healing attribute that heals you whenever a ranged sword breaks or when the duration of the skill ends. This is incredibly useful because Childe, even though he is an extremely strong character, is actually a bit squishy, so it's really nice to have that extra cushion so that you don't take too much damage. I wouldn't go as far as to completely replace a healer on your team with Xingqiu, but it is really nice having that extra peace of mind knowing that you're going to be healing back at least a little bit whenever you're taking damage or when his skill ends. If you were to add a healer to this team comp, I would probably recommend Barbara if you have her at C2, because not only can she continually heal you, but at her C2 she will also give you an additional 15% Hydro bonus damage, which complements a Hydro team very well and I think would provide excellent synergy. Throw on a Thrilling Tales Catalyst and you're going to be doing a lot more damage with your Childe when you switch out to him. I also highly recommend Qiqi as a support healer, but I know that she's a lot harder to get, especially for free to play, but if you do have her, having that constant cryo debuff as well as freezing enemies constantly since you're using Hydro will be really helpful and also keep you alive for longer. Okay, now remember how I said that Xingqiu C2 is actually kind of important? Well, that's because it actually provides a big debuff. Basically, his C2 extends the duration of his Rain Cutter by 3 seconds, and decreases the Hydro res of the opponent hit by the swords by 15% for 4 seconds. This is absolutely huge and the main reason why I actually thought about building him in the first place. And it turned out that my thought process was right because since he does allow that debuff to Hydro, Childe in melee stance is able to output a lot more damage within a shorter period of time, since all of his attacks are now imbued with Hydro. Okay, so if you haven't noticed by now, I've actually made it to the 3rd chamber of Spiral Abyss floor 10, just using Childe and Xingqiu. Now, I didn't necessarily do this just to flex, I did this because I wanted to show just how potent these two can be together. I really do think that this is one of the best combos, not just within Hydro, but in the game, and I think that more people should take advantage of it if they have both Childe and Xingqiu and the necessary materials in order to build them properly. I actually enjoyed using these two so much that I decided to go back and challenge the second half of floor 10, just to see if I could. So if you're interested to see if I was actually able to pull it off, make sure to subscribe and hang around to see what happened. Okay, and lastly, I just wanted to quickly show you guys my current build for both Childe and Xingqiu. Keep in mind that Childe's is probably going to change once we get the new Hydro artifacts in 1.2, so just know that they're a work in progress. As well as Xingqiu, like his artifacts are an absolute mess right now, and they're not built properly at all. I think that his stat distribution is pretty poor, but you can see that he was still very useful even though I did not have him built properly. If you ended up liking the video or learned anything at all, please feel free to leave me a like and comment down below. It really does help my channel grow and I'd greatly appreciate it. And like I said, consider subscribing if you want to see more Genshin Impact content or want someone new to chat with about Genshin Impact. I've been trying my best to answer every comment down below, so hopefully I can keep that up. Alright guys, that's all for now. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and best wishes on your upcoming adventures in Teyvat. Bye!